quite humble because he's one of the biggest beer personalities in Sweden anyhow. So you told us you had 3 yesterday. So
Yes, but you can listen to the podcast to find out more about Janko. Hey guys, and welcome back to Beer Bubbles, the bubbliest YouTube channel there is out there.
yes.
Today, at least.
Yeah, and today we're joined by a guest, Janko, Jan-Erik Svansson. Welcome.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Well, I'm a beer taster, beer writer. I've done books, competitions. It has been I'm from the consumer side, so I have never worked with brewing or so. I've been doing this from the 1980s.
He's quite humble because he's one of the biggest beer personalities in Sweden anyhow. So we're gonna try a beer. We just recorded a podcast.
Yes.
And we're gonna try a beer, which is, you told us you had 3 yesterday. So
Yes.
Tell us about the beer.
Well, it's a very typical British traditional style bitter, or perhaps the best bitter. It's 4.1% alcohol. It's brewed by Adnams Brewery in Southwold in southeastern England, and it has all the properties that we look after in a good British bitter.
So let's say, start with a cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And for you guys who've been watching the podcast and watching the YouTube and listening to the podcast, you know that this is a style that both me and Rasmus absolutely loves.
I love it too. When it's well made, it's one of the best beer styles.
But it is a style that up until just a year or two, you can find this in Sweden actually. Not that easy. You know?
No. And still, it's quite hard.
Mhm.
Very few well-made brands available here. You have some pubs in Stockholm and perhaps other places where there are cask-conditioned ales. So for pub goers, it's a little better perhaps if you live in a larger place. But in Systembolaget, you have really to look after what you can find.
Yeah. A place we used to work, stopped producing their amber ale or best bitter
Sadly.
because they thought it was too much of an old man style.
Perhaps it is, yes, but we are not getting younger. So.
No.
Well, I'm young still and I love it.
Yes.
And it's a very good beer to combine with food as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, I love the combination. You have the maltiness, a little caramel base, then the fruit from the fermentation, and then the lovely floral hops that grow in the aftertaste. It's and the modest alcohol content as well. It's really a session beer.
I love when the beers aren't that strong, because
Yes.
as you can tell, I love to drink quite a lot of beer, and to drink a few before I fall off my chair is quite nice.
Yes.
It's not gonna have 2 and you're done. But you can listen to the podcast to find out more about Janko,
Yes,
or Jan-Erik Svansson.
Janko.
Preferably Janko. And should I do a quote?
Yes, you should do a quote. You might not know this, but we have this little quotation book
Okay.
about drinks, or it's beer o'clock.
It's always beer o'clock.
Yeah.
And the quote of the day goes: "The lack of knowledge has a lot in common with alcohol. The more you have, the less you see how it affects you."
Yes.
True that. Well, guys, check out the YouTube channel, check out the podcast, watch us on social media, subscribe to the channel down here somewhere, and whatever you do, guys, drink better beer.